Hey everybody, it's Dr. Traveler with Dr. Run Think Pray, and this week is uh, health or mental health. So for your mind, that's what we're talking about this week. It's going to be a really quick one, but a powerful one if you don't already do this. So this week I wanted to talk about reading. And if you look at there's a lot of stories, but if you look at the people who are most successful, they tend to be readers. They read a lot and they get a lot of information. Now, admittedly, the more I start to look into it and have looked at these leaders, many of them, when we say reading, and this is part of the problem that I had. So I would always think, okay, I need to be a reader, but the busier I am, the more I'm out doing things, the more I find that it's kind of tough to find time to really read. I'm not the fastest reader. I know that there are some who can read really quickly. I like to really digest and bring the information in quite a bit. And so I found that was kind of hard. And so then I started to research and find out those who really read, quote unquote, read a lot of books. And most of them didn't do a lot of reading, they do a lot of listening. And so that's what I started to do. And really what it comes down to is flooding your mind with positive and good information. There's debate about what is correct information. A lot of it is opinions, but I found that there are some really reliable sources that you can look to, or not even hopefully you can use me as a reference, and I'll cite some of them. But really, I think it's good to have some diversity. That's why I guess the first one that I'll talk about that I've really liked and enjoyed is called Blinkist. Blinkist is an app. You do have to pay for it. I'll try and give you some of the free options. But the reason why I like Blinkist is it gives you like a brief synopsis of a book. They have a lot of different ideas, and so if you look in there, Blinkist is a really neat place because you can listen to what they call blinks, where they give just a quick information of each chapter, or at least kind of a brief synopsis, kind of the Cliff Notes version, but it's in an audible version, and so you can kind of listen to the blinks, and then you can decide. And many times I'll kind of say, wow, those blinks were really informative. I really like the ideas that they're talking about, and so then you can next go in and purchase the book through Audible or whatever resource that you have. So Blinkist is a good one. I pull up my phone right here, and so Blinkist is spelled Blinkist. It's got this kind of green little loop, and right, I don't know if you can see it. It's right over there. That's the app right there. Blinkist is a good one. Now, here's a real secret that a lot of people, hopefully you're taking advantage of this, but your local library is a great tool and resource that you should definitely take advantage of, because you can get all sorts of free books there that don't cost anything because you've got your library card. And and I believe this is probably true for most areas now. Most everything is online, so if you either want to check out the book or get the audio version of the book, you can go in. If you're in the St. George or Washington County area, if you're watching this and I've spoken to you, they use an app called the Libby app. And so you can go and just download the Libby app and put in your library card, and you can listen to all sorts of awesome audiobooks that are just uplifting, and you can even search. You can search for like inspiring or whatever topics you want to do. If it's for money, or to learn how to manage your money better, to be an influencer. If you want to learn about speaking, you can look up anything, and it can really hone it down into whatever topic that you want to look at. And so I would definitely recommend that app as well, or that if you're in another area, look into your local library. For those who are Latter-day Saints, which again I would assume many who listen or hear of me, Dr. Run, Think, Pray, and I've talked about the Church of Jesus Christ in the past, but the Bookshelf app is a really good app. That one you do have to pay for as well. I believe that one's, I don't remember prices for sure. It's like $10 a month or something like that. But you can download a lot of great, inspiring, obviously geared more towards the Latter-day Saint faith. But there's some other really good books on that aren't that could either be towards the church or just informative. And in all of these, you can get the readable version as well. I typically don't do those online. I have a hard time reading from like my phone or from a tablet. If I'm going to read a book, I like having the physical. I like turning my pages, and I just feel like I can digest the information a lot better that way. So that's just some recommendations. As far as books, I'll have to try and figure out a few different ideas of what I would recommend, because I honestly, there's so many books, and so I'll have to get a list and try and put that together. Maybe I can do it for another video, but for right now, I would just encourage you to go out and just start listening. Other great options, if you'd like to, is obviously podcasts. So if you're listening here, or on YouTube, so if you're watching this, you're already on that. But go and explore all different ideas, different versions, different people, different ideas, and start, trying to get those ideas and perfecting your thoughts, your ideas, and also just those that inspire. I like to say inspire means in spirit. And so when you feel that burning within, listen to the feelings that you're having. If there's a subject, if you just say, I want to get better at this subject, then go find the book, go find the information, find the people who are talking about that. And it's really uplifting. And that's how I start when as I exercise. I rarely listen to music anymore. I listen to talks or scriptures or a book. And that's just, that's the way that I go. And I just feel like I'm able to get a lot done that way, get my exercise in, and then as I'm coming into work. And so that's why I think it's easier. You can really multitask and quote unquote, again, read many books and get a lot of information. So go out, try it. If you're not doing it, hopefully you are. If you're listening to this, you probably have at least thought of it, but maybe one of those apps you can go and look at, so that you can develop your mind and your spirit and your body in all aspects of your life. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. This is Dr. Traveler with Dr. Run, Think, Pray, signing out.